Consider the bucket. It contains, it holds, it constrains, and it empties. It is a void, a universe unto itself. And yet it is also the most utilitarian of objects, a plastic mouth, let us say, which feasts on whatever is given to it. In this case, rocks and stones. I conceived this piece in 1973. It was the year following 1972, and it was a different time. In my mind's eye, I saw a single bucket, perhaps not unlike the bucket I took to the playground as a child. That bucket was yellow. In my mind, the bucket was white. That bucket was filled with sand and dreams. In my mind, it held a single flower. That bucket was made of plastic. I dreamt of a bucket made of marble. What you see before you and below you is, of course, not a single marble bucket. It is a field of buckets, each containing a sample of rocks. For 20 years, I collected these rocks from my travels, returning them to my home in my bags and in my pockets. I carried the weight of the earth, one stone at a time. I found it exciting. I found it horrifying. Every rock is a wall that has not yet been built. Every rock is a moment of violence, not yet committed. Every rock is also simply a rock, and that is also interesting. What is a bucket but a kind of black hole? And what is a rock but a kind of spaceship? It moves as we move, propelled by forces which we cannot fully control. And each of us is hurtling towards the end of our stories. We are, in a clear sense, both the bucket and the rock. Look at this wasteland. It was plain to me that a single bucket could not contain this cruel universe. I would need many buckets, as many buckets as I could muster, and so I began collecting these also. I placed the rocks next to the buckets. I put rocks beneath the buckets. I made piles of rocks and piles of buckets. Finally, after much consideration, I chose to place the rocks inside the buckets. And so, here they are.